So at this point, when I found it was polonium, I was very exhilarated and unhappy in a sense, because I didn't know how the polonium got into that water, together with the PCBs and so on and so forth that I mentioned already. It's all together. We should not be putting that in our water. And that's why I have a demonstration class organized at 12 o'clock, so that you can see how you can learn to test your own water and food and whatever else you want to test. And I think the room is going to be in number 4. And of course, since we're working with a radioactive element now, you have a handout. Do you have the handout? Okay. On the back page, or next to the back page, do you have a radon sheet there? Yes, the radon chain. Notice that polonium comes up 3 times in that radon chain. In other words, if there's radon coming up under your house and getting into your house, you will have polonium in your house. And I'm sure it's a contributor, though I haven't proved that yet. But that is not how you get your polonium for the cancer. You get yours from water, right? Yes, it has to be water. There are no exceptions. Out of between 1,000 and 2,000 cases, there are no exceptions. So it doesn't matter that you're breathing it, although it could contribute. Okay, it won't start cancer for you. Notice that on the next page, where we talked about global disease, there is a group of lanthanide elements listed on the side. And one of those is cerium, second from the top. That cerium reacts with polonium because they are very reactive together. Just like, say, sodium and chlorine react to give you sodium chloride, and it's very reactive, or hydrogen and water reacts very potently. And in this case, it makes polonium cerium, and I call it polonium cerium complex. But there is yet a third involved, and that is promethium. That is another lanthanide. Go down the list, see that it has a star, and that is the only radioactive lanthanide. And that, together with the other 2, makes a little chain of 3. Polonium, cerium, and promethium. And that is the correct cancer-causing item at this point. I have to always say at this point, because I only get my research to a certain point where it is defensible and can be proved with sufficient data to be acceptable by anybody with a scientific attitude. And that's when I let it out and put it into a book. But it doesn't mean that I have gotten everything. Maybe there is a 4th that I don't know about. Maybe one of these 3, for instance, promethium, I don't know anything about it yet. I have really only studied what polonium does. And what polonium does, together with cerium and promethium, is it goes into the DNA of a gene. And I already know a chromosome, 2 chromosomes that have this gene. And together with another mutagen called alkylating agent or mustard gas, those 4 produce a mutation that is specific for cancer. I don't know the name of the gene, I don't know the gene product, but we have here a necessary requirement, a necessary condition to have the mutation that really causes cancer. Where does the alkylating agent, the mustard gas, come from? It comes from Phaseolopsis busci. Its food is onion, and it gets metabolized into allyl-methyl sulfide, a mustard gas. So that's how the parasite and the radioactive element get involved, and even cerium, which is in your plastic teeth. And that's going to be the end for today. Maybe we can tell you what time and what place the demonstration will be at. Room 204 at 12 o'clock. And also those who got started or who are interested in the cancerology work study group here, which is for a fee, we will be starting at that place too at 1 o'clock. Okay, thank you.